The technique I'm going to reveal tonight requires no special equipment, no years of study, no complex rituals or ceremonies. It requires only one thing, your ability to feel. But not just any feeling, the specific feeling that accompanies the fulfillment of your deepest desires. I call this technique Feel It Real, and it is based on the fundamental truth that your subconscious mind cannot distinguish between a vividly felt imaginal experience and an actual physical experience. When you learn to feel your desires as already fulfilled, not as future possibilities but as present realities, you set in motion forces that must bring those desires into physical manifestation. The revelation of this truth came to me through a young woman who attended my lectures for months but experienced no change in her circumstances. She approached me one evening with tears of frustration. "Neville," she said, "I visualize every day just as you teach. I see myself in my ideal life with perfect clarity. But nothing happens. What am I doing wrong?" I observed her for a moment and asked, "When you visualize your ideal life, how do you feel?" "I feel hopeful," she replied, "sometimes excited about what could be." There was the problem. She was visualizing her desire while feeling hopeful about its future manifestation, rather than feeling the satisfaction of its present fulfillment. She was imagining from the consciousness of someone who didn't have her desire, rather than feeling from the consciousness of someone who already possessed it. I said to her, "Hope is the feeling you have when you believe something good might happen in the future. But I want you to feel something very different. I want you to feel the way you would feel if your desire had already happened, if it were already a completed fact in your life." I guided her through the process, step by step. "Close your eyes," I said, "and instead of seeing yourself getting your ideal life, I want you to feel yourself living it right now. What would you feel in your body if you woke up tomorrow morning and your dream life was already your reality? Feel that sensation of satisfaction, of completeness, of knowing that everything you desired has come to pass." She closed her eyes, and I watched her face change as she entered into this new feeling. "I can feel it," she whispered. "I feel peaceful, grateful, like everything is exactly as it should be." "That's it," I said. "That feeling of peaceful gratitude, that's the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Not excitement about what might happen, but deep satisfaction with what has already happened. Make that feeling so real that your body believes it's experiencing this fulfillment right now." I taught her to spend 15 minutes each evening before sleep, immersed in this feeling, not visualizing or thinking about her desire, but feeling the reality of its completion. "Let this feeling fill every cell of your body," I instructed. "Breathe with it, relax into it, let it become your natural state of being." Within 3 months, every aspect of her visualized life had manifested in her physical experience. Not because she had finally convinced her conscious mind that it was possible, but because she had convinced her subconscious mind that it was real. You see, the subconscious mind operates on the principle of feeling, not logic. It responds to the emotional conviction behind your mental images, not to the images themselves. You can create the most vivid, detailed visualizations imaginable, but if they are not accompanied by the feeling of their reality, they remain merely daydreams. But when you add the element of feeling, when you actually experience the emotions that would naturally accompany the fulfillment of your desire, something magical happens. Your subconscious accepts the imagined experience as real and begins to create external conditions that match your internal experience. This is why Jesus taught, "Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours." Notice that he didn't say, "Believe that you will receive it." He said, "Believe that you have received it." Feel the reality of having it right now. Let me tell you about a businessman who mastered this technique so completely that his colleagues began calling his results miraculous. He came to me struggling with a failing company and mounting debts. Traditional business advice hadn't worked, and he was facing bankruptcy. I taught him to ignore his current circumstances completely and instead spend time each day feeling the reality of his business success. Not hoping for success, not visualizing success, but feeling successful. I want you to understand something crucial. I explained to him. Your subconscious mind speaks the language of feeling, not logic. So we're going to give it a new set of feelings to work with. I guided him through the exact process. Every evening before sleep, lie in bed and close your eyes. Now feel what it would be like if your business was already thriving. Feel the deep satisfaction in your chest, the sense of accomplishment, the calm confidence that comes with success. Feel your shoulders relaxing as the stress of financial worry melts away. Feel your breathing becoming deeper and more peaceful. Experience the lightness in your body that comes with knowing your company is profitable and secure. Let these feelings become so real that your body responds as if this success is happening right now. But how do I make it feel real when my circumstances say otherwise? He asked. By understanding that feeling is not dependent on circumstances, I replied. Right now, close your eyes and feel what it's like to be confident about your business decisions. Feel the certainty in your solar plexus, the calm authority in your voice when you speak to clients. Make this feeling so convincing that your nervous system believes you are already the successful businessman you desire to be. I taught him to practice this feeling daily. Each morning before you check your financial reports, spend 5 minutes feeling successful. Feel the joy of leading a team that respects you, the satisfaction of providing excellent service, the peace of knowing your business serves its purpose beautifully. Within 6 months, his business had completely turned around. Opportunities appeared that he had never noticed before. Clients began seeking him out. His decision-making became more intuitive and effective. His entire approach to business had transformed because his feeling about business had transformed. The secret lies in understanding that feeling is the language of the subconscious mind. Your subconscious doesn't understand words or logic. It understands only the feeling behind your thoughts and images. When you consistently feel the reality of your desire fulfilled, you are speaking directly to your subconscious in its native language. But you must understand the difference between emotional excitement about getting something and the calm satisfaction of already having it. Many people confuse these two states. They get excited about the possibility of their desire manifesting and mistake this excitement for the feeling of fulfillment. Excitement about getting something in the future maintains you in the consciousness of not having it now. The feeling of fulfillment places you in the consciousness of already possessing it. These are completely different frequencies, and they produce completely different results. Let me share with you the story of a woman who wanted to manifest her ideal romantic relationship. For months, she would visualize meeting her perfect partner and feel excited about the possibility. But excitement about meeting someone affirms that you haven't met them yet. I taught her to shift from feeling excited about finding love to feeling loved. Instead of imagining meeting her ideal partner, she learned to feel what it was like to be in a loving relationship right now. Let me show you exactly how to do this, I said to her. Close your eyes and put your hand on your heart. Feel it beating. Now I want you to feel what it's like to be completely cherished by someone who adores you. Not the excitement of meeting them, but the warm, secure feeling of being loved right now. I guided her through the process. Feel that gentle warmth spreading through your chest. That's the feeling of being treasured. Feel your shoulders dropping as tension melts away. That's the feeling of being accepted completely. Feel a soft smile naturally forming on your lips. That's the feeling of being delighted in. Now, I continued, imagine lying in bed at night, but instead of feeling alone, feel the contentment of sharing your life with someone wonderful. Feel the peace of knowing you are chosen, valued, understood. Don't picture this person. Feel the emotions of being with them. Let your body relax into the security of being deeply loved. I instructed her to practice this daily. Each evening before sleep, spend 10 minutes feeling beloved. Feel the gratitude in your heart for having such a beautiful connection. Feel the ease of being yourself completely with someone who appreciates every part of you. Make this feeling so natural that it becomes your dominant emotional state. But won't I be disappointed when I wake up alone? She asked. No, I replied, because you're not waking up alone. You're waking up as someone who knows what it feels like to be loved. You're waking up in the consciousness of love. And consciousness always manifests as experience. Within 2 months, she met a man who perfectly matched not her visualization of what her ideal partner should look like, but the feeling of how her ideal relationship should feel. Their connection was immediate and deep because she was already living in the consciousness of being loved. This brings us to the most important aspect of feeling it real. You must feel from your desire, not think about your desire. When you think about something, you maintain separation from it. When you feel from something, you become one with it. For example, if you desire financial abundance, you don't want to feel excited about having money someday. You want to feel what it's like to be someone for whom abundance is natural and normal. You want to experience the calm confidence that comes with financial security, the freedom to make choices without monetary constraints, the joy of being able to help others generously. I remember a student who wanted to become a professional musician but was stuck playing small venues for little pay. He would visualize performing on grand stages and feel excited about his potential success. But excitement about future success kept him locked in present struggle. I taught him to feel like a successful musician right now. During his practice sessions, he would feel the satisfaction of mastering his craft. Before small performances, he would experience the gratitude of touching people's hearts through his music. He learned to feel worthy of musical success rather than hoping for it. As his feelings shifted from aspiring musician to accomplished artist, everything began to change. His performances became more confident and compelling. Opportunities for better venues started appearing. Within a year, he was performing professionally and supporting himself entirely through his music. The key is specificity in your feeling. You must know exactly how you would feel if your desire were already fulfilled. Not how you think you would feel, but how you actually would feel. This requires you to use your imagination to enter into the feeling state completely. If you desire perfect health, you must feel what it's like to wake up each morning with vitality and energy. Feel your body moving with ease and strength. Experience the joy of physical wellness and the gratitude for a body that serves you perfectly. If you desire a loving marriage, feel the security of being truly known and accepted by your partner. Experience the warmth of companionship, the joy of shared dreams, the peace of knowing you have found your life's companion. If you desire professional success, feel the satisfaction of work that fulfills you. Experience the confidence that comes with recognized expertise, the joy of making a meaningful contribution, the security of being valued for your unique gifts. But remember, you must feel these things as present realities, not future possibilities. Your subconscious mind creates from what you are feeling now, not from what you hope to feel someday. The drowsy state just before sleep is the most powerful time for this practice, because your conscious mind is relaxed and your subconscious is most receptive. In this state, settle into the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Don't work at it, don't strain, simply allow yourself to experience the natural emotions that would accompany the realization of your heart's desire. Let me tell you about perhaps the most dramatic example of this that I have ever witnessed. A mother came to me whose teenage daughter had been missing for over a week. The police had no leads, and she was consumed with worry and fear. I said to her, instead of feeling the anguish of loss, feel the joy of reunion. Instead of fearing the worst, feel the relief of your daughter's safe return. This seemed impossible to her given the circumstances, but she was desperate enough to try anything. Every night, she would feel her daughter's arms around her. She would experience the overwhelming gratitude of having her child home safe. She would feel the peace that comes with knowing her daughter was protected and loved. 5 days after she began this practice, her daughter returned home unharmed. She had been staying with friends during a teenage rebellion and had finally decided to come back. But for the mother, the return felt less like a surprise and more like the natural fulfillment of what she had been feeling all along. Now you might wonder, how do I maintain this feeling when my current circumstances seem to contradict it? How do I feel wealthy when my bank account is empty, or feel loved when I'm alone? The answer is that feeling it real is not about denying your current circumstances. It's about claiming a reality that exists in a higher dimension of consciousness. Your current circumstances reflect your past feeling states. Your future circumstances will reflect your present feeling states. When you feel it real, you're not pretending that your current situation doesn't exist. You're creating a new situation by embodying the feeling of what you desire. You're not lying to yourself about what is, you're impressing upon your subconscious what you choose to become. The feeling must be sustained consistently over time. One night of feeling wealthy will not overcome years of feeling poor, but persistent feeling, night after night, builds momentum in your subconscious until the new state becomes your natural way of being. This is why I always recommend making feeling it real a daily practice, especially in the moments before sleep. Just as a river carves a canyon through consistent flow over time, consistent feeling carves new patterns in your subconscious mind. Some people ask me whether they should feel it real during the day or only at night. My answer is feel it real whenever you remember to do so. But be particularly diligent about your feeling state before sleep, because the impressions made in the drowsy state penetrate most deeply into the subconscious. During your daily activities, catch yourself when you slip back into old feeling patterns. If you desire abundance but find yourself feeling anxious about money, gently redirect your attention to how abundance feels. If you desire love but catch yourself feeling lonely, shift into the feeling of being cherished. Remember, your feeling state in each moment is creating your future experience. You are always feeling something, and whatever you are feeling is what you are creating. The question is, are you feeling it deliberately or accidentally? I want to share one final story that illustrates the transformative power of sustained feeling. A young man came to me who had been unemployed for over a year. He had applied for countless jobs and faced rejection after rejection. His confidence was shattered, and he was beginning to believe he was unemployable. I taught him to stop feeling like someone who couldn't find work and start feeling like someone who was valued and needed. Every morning he would spend time feeling what it was like to wake up excited about his meaningful work. He would experience the satisfaction of using his talents effectively, the gratitude of earning good income, the joy of being appreciated by colleagues. But let me tell you exactly how I guided him through this process, because the method is everything. Sit comfortably. I instructed him, and close your eyes. I want you to feel, not visualize, but feel what it's like to wake up on a Monday morning excited about your work. Feel that sense of purpose rising in your chest. Feel the confidence in your stride as you prepare for a day of meaningful contribution. I continued guiding him. Now feel what it's like to use your natural talents in a role that appreciates them. Feel the satisfaction in your solar plexus when you complete a task skillfully. Feel the warm recognition from colleagues who value your unique abilities. Feel the security and gratitude that comes with earning good income for work you genuinely enjoy. But this feels like I'm lying to myself, he protested. You're not lying, I explained. You're feeling the truth of what you are in consciousness before it manifests in form. Your subconscious mind will accept these feelings as real experiences and begin creating circumstances that match them. I taught him to practice this daily. Each morning, spend 10 minutes feeling employed before you look at job listings. Feel the calm confidence of someone whose talents are recognized and needed. Feel the peace of someone who contributes value and receives value in return. Make these feelings so real that your body chemistry changes to match the emotional state of successful employment. Focus especially on the feeling in your chest, that warm sense of belonging and contribution. Feel it in your shoulders, the relaxed posture of someone who knows their worth. Feel it in your voice, the natural authority of someone who has something valuable to offer. Within 3 weeks, he was called for an interview for a position he hadn't even applied for. Someone had recommended him. Within 6 weeks, he was employed in a role that was better than anything he had previously imagined for himself. The key was that he had stopped feeling unemployed and started feeling employed. His subconscious mind, accepting this new feeling as reality, began to create circumstances that matched his internal state. This is the power and the promise of feeling it real. When you consistently feel the reality of your desire fulfilled, that feeling must manifest as objective experience. It is not a matter of if, but when. The subconscious mind has no choice but to express outwardly what is consistently impressed upon it inwardly. So tonight I invite you to choose one desire that is close to your heart. Before you sleep, enter into the feeling of that desire fulfilled. Not the hope of its fulfillment, not excitement about its possibility, but the actual feeling of its reality. Feel it as completely as you would feel it if it had already happened. Let your body respond to the reality of this feeling. Allow yourself to experience the natural emotions that would accompany the realization of this desire. Make this feeling so real, so vivid, so convincing that your subconscious mind accepts it as an actual experience. Then trust that this feeling will be faithfully reproduced in your external world. Feel it real, my friends. Feel it real, and watch as your inner world of feeling becomes your outer world of fact.